Tippy time with Damies, Topgate here and welcome back to the channel. Today's build at heart is one of Fusion Masterclass. However, that's not to say it can't be really powerful regardless of your weapon loadout. In fact, if you mix it up, you might just find that extra utility from some obscure weapons or perks. If this vid is at all helpful, please hit that thumbs. That said, we begin with our exotic, the Rain of Fire. We're running a Solar Warlock and utilizing the Icarus Dash aspect. Double tap your class ability whilst in air to dash. This activates the exotic perk Soaring Fusilier. When we air dodge, all of our weapons are reloaded, and this improves our airborne effectiveness for fusion rifles and linear fusion rifles. And subsequent weapon final blows with weapons will make us radiant. So naturally, we're using the Vix Mythoclast. Technically this is a fusion rifle, but it's a little gender bending and acts more like a 360 AR with similar damage values. Vix got a buff of 10% to red bars and 25% to bosses. It now chews through everything regardless of difficulty. Really nice work, Bungo. You didn't stop there either. They sent the penis pump in the mail. And it's even more deadlier in linear mode, doing an additional 200% to champions. And whilst in overcharge, we also get another damage bonus. With Radiant, Overcharge and Surge Boost, this goes up 75% from 5,000 a shot to 8,780. Between the boots giving us Radiant on kills and Flint Striker, we've got full-time Radiant. This gives us Radiant on solar weapon precision hits and solar weapon final blows. Using Ember of Imperium with solar weapons or ability final blows, this will extend the duration of restoration and radiant. With this much radiant, we don't ever need a sidearm for those anti-barriers. We pair shields very easily with this setup. Touch of Flame is going to supersize our healing grenades, giving us restoration times 2. So now with every Vix kill, we're boosting both radiant and restoration back up to 12 seconds. And Kindling Trigger scorches unscorched targets. Searing takes that and then creates us fire sprites and melee energy upon defeating scorched targets. With Mercy, upon picking up these fire sprites, we now get restoration. Please note though, if you already have restoration times 2, picking one of these up will drop you back down to restoration times 1. But if you just guts to get that melee energy, go pick him up. I use Incinerator Snap. This scorches better in my opinion. Paired with Ember of Ashes, applying more scorch stacks, it delivers enough scorch to get an ignition so we can take on those unstops easily. Revitalizing Blast weakens, bye bye champion. The Riptide is still super goated, whether we're using Vorpal or Chill Clip, it slaps. And with this now, in our arsenal we can take on all 3 champions. And being Stasis, we can utilize both Torch and Hail of the Storm. The Fire and Forget is its heavy counterpart. Stasis Surge will be with us for quite some time during this extended season. It's got damage perks like Harmony and Focus Fire, but I believe it works best with either Vorpal or Frenzy. Chill Clip is also good, and this pairs nicely with Headstone. Fire Stinger is one of the best origin traits to date. This can reload on hits. Being an aggressive burst, this has a higher chance of activating. Less reloads being required means better damage. Impotence is our first legendary stasis trace. I've chosen to showcase this here because our Rain of Fire boots circumvent the Killing Tally perk. This also rolls on the Quillam's Terminus. It's stasis, and despite having a low mag, because we don't manually reload, we can keep that 30% damage bonus full time. This scatter signal doesn't require me to blow smoke up its ass. Most of you know this already. This thing is big baller. Slice makes the hardest content that much easier, and Controlled Burst is amazing for damage. That Dragon's Vengeance trait also grants us weapon mag refunds. It pairs really well with the Unraveling Orbs and the artifact. With orb pickups we can now add Unraveling rounds to our damage phases, or we can just throw them throughout the battlefield during our ad clear. The laser painter is Strand, it's got Vorpal on it, and it's acquired from Gambit. Solar, we've got the Briar's Content, but Big Daddy is of course a Cataclysm. We've got Force times a Charm and Bait and Switch, This still delivers great DPS till this day. If you don't have it, it's well worth getting your ass into Val the Disciple raid to get it, even if you're just going in there once a week to the entrance to grab that free chest loot. The Rain of Fire is also great for rocket DPS. I've been using this with the Apex Predator, and I can get up 10 rockets in a DPS window here in this dungeon. Unwavering Duty is probably my favorite pick for this build. It's solar, so I can make the most of that Radiance and Restoration and keep that 30% killing tally damage bonus rolling over and over and over. The Parasite is really good at burst damage, but its reload was always really shite. But with the Rain of Fire, it just skips all that pesky reloading. Feel free to pause here for my mods, but there will be a dim link in the description below. Hot tip, these boots can also work on Strand using the Weave Walk aspect if you want to try and mix it up and go Strand. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Smash that thumbs if you did indeed dig it. Sub if you're new, and until next time, tippy tie my damies, what a tie. He's the most tip-top, top cat.